Welcome back to The Rhode Show, This Morning in the Buzz, brought to you by The Comedy Connection. Today, we're testing how well you know your car. Because in a new poll, 40% of Americans say they have never changed a tire.
I am within that 40%. And then within that poll, 63% of people ages 45 and older say they have changed one. When asked if they thought they were capable of changing one, now thought only 49% of people said yes, and 19% said yes if they can watch a YouTube video. This is where we live now, right?
YouTube,
This kind of world.
Let me tell you, YouTube's fantastic. Then comes parallel parking. Now, a new study found that your heart rate increases an average of 57% when doing so.
I believe that. Now, parking backwards into a spot increases your heart rate 46%, and just pulling forward into a spot increases it 41%.
That's right. Now, studies have not yet been done on your heart rate when you're stuck. Oh. I know. When you're stuck behind someone who double parked, when you're driving, that alone. So
it's crazy.
I can change
Crazy.
I can change a tire.
Yeah.
I'm not I could probably change the oil on the car if I had to.
Oh, you could do the oil change too.
I could do the oil. Okay. I know. I could fill up the tire with air pressure.
Yeah.
I could change the air filter in a car.
Yeah.
I could probably change the battery. I just had to get a new battery for my car.
Yeah.
And it completely just ripped off job having where I went to have it done.
Yeah.
I was like, I left
like,
there
this is ridiculous.
so mad, just
Yeah.
complete highway robbery. And I should have just done it myself or called AAA.
See?
But I could do that.
You could
I could
do
probably
it.
do that myself. You said you couldn't, but I have faith. You could do this.
No, I mean, I've never tried. I mean, I've never changed a tire. The fact that I could put gas in my car is a huge deal.
Right.
Big deal. But yeah, I mean, whenever I've gotten into trouble, I've called AAA or my father.
Oh, that's all right.
And then they come and they rescue, you
Right.
know?
Look,
but it is what it is. I'm not great with cars.
I think you could do it, but if you have to, call AAA. Anytime I've had to deal with the folks at AAA, as far coming out,
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They are the nicest people. I had somebody come out not too long ago, and the guy could not have been any nicer and helpful while I was there.
No, and I always say to them, please don't judge.
No.
And they don't
No,
judge to my
not at
face. They're
all.
judging, I'm sure, behind my back.
Well, maybe.
At home at the Christmas party, like, oh my God, this girl.
Right.
But and then even parallel parking and all that, I'm not great at it. I said to my husband, I'm like, tune into the next segment because we're talking about parking.
Right.
He's like, I'm not home right now. And I
Yes.
said, well, how would you rate me as a driver on a scale from 1 to 10?
Right.
He said a 3.
Oh.
Higher than I thought.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you were like, oh. I was
wow.
like, no, I'm higher than I thought.
Okay.
I'm a safe driver, but you know what? I'm that person on the parking lot that's far away.
Right.
Because I know I can't pull in between two cars that are close together.
I'm not a great parallel parker and got in a big fight with one of my kids while we were away on vacation about my parallel parking. Not good. Brendan, are you a good parallel parker?
Every now and then I like to back the,
all right. Oh, you want to back
I'm
it in?
gonna back it in.
I like to back the tech counter into position.
All right,
So
okay.
I don't know, the angle's a little tough.
Do you have a camera? Is there a camera?
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the cameras help.
Cameras do help.
New
it's
backwards cameras.
2011.
Oh,
so here we go.
yeah, cameras
All right,
are-
ready?
And let me just see. Hang on.
So
Let me
goes-
just and hang on. Let's
on.
cut it. You gotta
see
cut
it.
it.
Cut
There
it.
Cut
Cut
it.
it.
Turn the
Oh,
tire.
beautiful. How about that?
Actually, you did a good job.
did a good
Thank you.
job.
I'm exhausted over
Yeah.
here. Yes, but there you go. I mean, and now we're back, just like that. It's a good thing the camera was on me full because I would have felt the pressure. It's
Right.
like when you have
Heart
someone
rate.
in the
Heart
car
rate.
with you.
I agree.
It's tough.
I
Will,
agree.
I want to hear more about the fight.
Oh, there were a lot of work.
You can't speak the words on TV,
No,
can you?
no. No.
I feel you.
It was in
I
a
have
foreign.
two drivers. I
It was
feel
in a
you.
foreign country, in a parking garage where the cars are smaller and there was no space.
Oh, boy.
And I had somebody beep, 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 in the back.
Look at you, how you just said that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we add a new talent to the sound effects repertoire. Let's check in with our viewers to see what you had to say about this topic right here this morning. Who's our first? Priscilla. She says, "Thank God for AAA," and a husband who is a pretty darn good mechanic. I can change a tire, but that's about it. Hey, that's pretty good. I think, Priscilla, the fact that you can do that is really great. Jeannie is up next. Now, we know a little bit about her, so listen to this resume. She reminds us, I can parallel park a tractor trailer, but not a car.
Wow.
I can change the oil and grease a dump truck, but not my car.
Huh?
I can change a tire on my car, but not on a semi-truck. I'm too old for that stuff. I let the dealer do it. There you go. Kelly adds in part, believe it or not, I can't pump gas. Husband has to do that
Amen,
for me.
Kelly.
I can't change a tire. AAA has to do that for me. I'm pretty good at disposing of car air freshener when it doesn't smell anymore.
Nice job.
That's a tough task, huh?
It is.
Dropping
A
it
little
in.
elastic.
Yeah.
It's wrapped around the roof of
Thanks,
there.
Kelly. And Denise closes out the comments, sharing in part, I do keep up on oil changes and maintenance, taking my car to the dealership. Need to give hubby a break. Oh, I can fill my windshield fluid and wash and clean my car. Well, that's something.
I can clean my car.
Some people can't do the fluid thing. Audrey, you have.
I can't do
yeah.
that.
Thank
Beg
you.
people.
Yeah, thanks for chiming in, everyone. And let the record show, in reading that comment, that might be the first time that I have uttered the word hubby on the Road Show. So, I did it for you, Denise. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your participation. Follow us at the Road Show, Facebook, Twitter, X, and Instagram. And you never know, we may read yours, and I might say the word hubby again right here on the show.